So excited! Okay, good morning or afternoon, depending on what time I have you. Today we are going to discuss y equals mx plus b, slope-intercept form. It is literally my most favorite thing to teach. So easy, and when you really understand it, it is like light bulb moment. So buckle up and get ready for this ride. It's going to be a slippery slope. All right, guys. So don't ask me why this is my most favorite thing. I think probably because I struggled in Algebra 1 in high school, but I always understood y equals mx plus b. It's called slope-intercept form. You'll be asked this again, and I'm telling you guys, mark my words. From here on out, in almost every single math class you have, this is going to be part of your life. So you either just love it like me or just suck it up, okay? All right, so here's what this is. The easy part is y and x, okay? Okay, because what that is x and y coordinates, okay? We all know what that is, okay? So if you're looking at a graph, you can plug in your x right here and your y right here, okay? Now, we already know what this is. That is slope, right? Because I said the other day, I was like, I don't know why they didn't label it y equals sx plus b. I don't know. But slope is m. So whenever you see m, you'll see it in different ways. M is slope, okay? Now, b. B is y-intercept. And let's think about, what does intercept mean? So you football boys, or you fans of football, what is an interception? It's when you catch the other team's ball, right? Okay, so what an intercept is when we're talking about this. Okay, so here is our coordinate plane. We know this is our x and this is our y coordinates, okay? Wherever your line crosses the y-intercept, the up and down, wherever it crosses here, say that is on 10. Your y-intercept is going to be 10. So you'll just plug it in and you'll solve for whatever you have. A lot of times they'll ask you to find the slope and they'll give you a picture of a graph. So you have to pick 2 points, or you have to pick one coordinate point, an x and a y. And I would always pick where it crosses at like this. I would always where it lands on a point, okay? I wouldn't be picking a half, or trying to figure out a fourth. Some real point, okay? And if you have the B, if you can see where on the graph it crosses the y-axis, the y-intercept, then you plug that in and you can find the slope super easy. So I'm going to do some screen recordings in just a second and show you how to use a graph to find all of these things, okay? And if you have a question, please hit pause and raise your hand. I am here to help you. Also, if you would like, get some scratch paper. These examples are going to come from your textbook, so if you feel more comfortable, open up your textbook. It'd be kind of hard to watch my lesson or listen to my lesson and do that. You really can't do that. So just let me know how I can help. And let me choose my pen. Oh, that's a good color. It's fine with me. Okay, so this is super important right here, okay? We got to remember, and this is not even the plus b, this is just y equals mx. So I guess I gave y'all a little bit too much information, but it's okay. You'll be set. All right, so we're going to start with this. So it says the number of cups of flour required in a cookie recipe is in a linear proportional relationship with the number of batches of recipe as shown in the graph. Okay, and then I scroll down here and I've got A, B, C. Okay, so it wants us to determine and interpret the slope. Okay, so we have, they had y equals m times x. Okay, so we know m is slope, and I can see right here, let me make it a little bigger, right there, give it a second, there we go, maybe make it a little bigger, right here, you can see that it clearly intersects right here with a, like I was saying, I'm gonna make sure it's at a point, because see right here, it's intersecting right here, 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 so it's not quite there, but here it is. Okay, so this is my x, right? And these are my y's. That didn't go very good. Hold on. There we go. That's my y's. Okay, so if, let me switch colors. Let's just do green. All right, so if you look, we went over to 5 and up 5 and then over to 15. So 15 is my y, where 5 is my x. So I'm going to plug in 15 equals m times 5. Okay, because 5 right here is my x, and 15 over here is my y. All right, I know that looks like an S. I don't want to hear any smart aleck comments. I get it. I'm writing with my finger. It's kind of hard. All right, so just like in the previous weeks, we've got to isolate m. We have to get m by itself so we can figure out what is equal to m. And Mr. Johnson's coming on to do an announcement.
The wheels of the bus go round and round. So if you're on bus 35B, if you ride bus 35B, or any of the buses, you can get out there right now, because the wheels of the bus are going round and round, and you need to get on the bus before they go round and round. So
okay, guys. All right, so sorry about that. Could not predict that was about to happen. All right, so here we go. So we have 15 equals m times 5, and we're wanting to isolate the m, get it by itself. So right now we're doing m times 5. So in order to remove the 5, I must do the opposite. And what I'm doing right here is multiplying. And we know that the opposite of multiplying is dividing. So if I divide this side by 5, those cancel out, right? Those cancel out, and yeah, you need to cross out. Okay, 5 divided by 5 is 1, correct? So we don't, that's imaginary because m times 1 is m. It doesn't matter, you know, it doesn't affect that. But we know that the golden rule for algebra is what we do to the right side of the equal sign, we have to do to the left side of the equal sign, right? So now we're going to do 15 divided by 5. 5 will go into 15 3 times. So the slope of this line is is 3. Sorry, 3. So determine and interpret the slope, 3. So to interpret that what that means is for every 3 batches, it's going to be 1 cup of flour. Or I guess it's for every 1 batch, 3 cups of flour. Okay? So we're going to interpret the unit rate and compare it to the slope. Well, the unit rate is obviously 3 over 1. Okay? That is our unit rate, and I don't have anywhere to put it, so I'll just write on that. Okay, now, what does the point 0, 0 represent? Well, duh, it represents the origin, right? And it also represents 0 batches and 0 cups of flour, okay? So, I guess that really answers everything right. So the number of cups of flour is required in a cookie recipe. So the cookie recipe, 3 cups of flour for 1 batch, okay? 3 cups of flour to 1 batch of cookies, all right? Let me clear this all out. Oh. Disappear and act. Oh, Miss Mitchell. Maybe if I just erase all of it. Well, I guess I can't. So let me just delete, delete, delete. Okay. Next up, is school play tickets. So let me move over a little bit. All right, now I can see what I need to do. We know that the slope, sorry guys, I gotta get the pen again, pen. Okay, so we know our formula is y equals mx, okay? So right here, it does not cross up here. It doesn't cross here. It doesn't cross here. Here. It doesn't cross till we get here to the 15. And that does not look good. Hold on. It does not get, it crosses right here. That's where it perfectly crosses. And the reason that we choose that, if you're wondering, which I'm sure some of you are, maybe not, is that is perfect. That's 15 and 150. It's not like if I was right here, it would be a little more than 12, or it'd be like 12 and I don't know, 125. And we can't even really be sure that it would be 125. So we're not even really possible. So this is a for sure 15, 150. So just like last time, this is my X, and then the up and down right here, oh, sorry, I'm doing it with my mouse again, is the Y. Wait for that to catch up. Okay. So we know that it's 15 and 150. Okay, so now we're going to rewrite it. So it's 150 is equal to m times 15. Okay, so again, we know that this is multiplication. Switch colors on you guys. And what we have to do is we want to see what is the slope. In order to find that, we have to get m by itself. Well, we're multiplying right here, so we have to do the opposite, which is divide by 15. And that gets rid of 15 there. And then divide by 15 over here. And 150 divided by 15 is 10. So the slope of this line is 10. So it wants us to determine and interpret the slope. You can put 10 or 10 over 1 because like we said, it's rise over run, so we're going up 10 over 1. And these are all positive because they're going up. If they were falling, they would be negative slopes. So it wants us to interpret the unit rate compared to slope. Okay, so it says the cost of tickets to the school play are in a linear proportional relationship to the number of tickets purchased as shown in the graph. So I guess you would say this right here is 15 tickets was $150. So you could say that you could get 10 tickets for $1. Or, I'm sorry, it is tickets purchased. Okay. The cost of tickets to school play are linear proportional relationship to the number of tickets purchased. So top is cost, and then bottom is purchased. So it is $10 for one ticket. Okay, and I'm just going to put tick. And 00 represents the origin, or 0 tickets, $0. Okay, I'm going to stop it right there, and I will be right. All right, so you may get questions like this on your assignment in just a second. So it will say, given x equals 16 and y equals 4, find the direct variation equation. So I called it slope-intercept form, but it's really not because we're not adding the plus b yet. So this right here is considered direct variation. Y equals m times x. Okay, so if I can put this x and this y in this form, then it will be able to figure out m. So we want to say, what's the direct variation? So the slope is the direct variation. This is just what this lesson calls it, or this quizzes assignment. We would probably call it a constant rate of change, or the constant variation, or the slope. All right, so but you do need to realize that slope, m, is a direct variation of the x and the y. It tells them, or it tells the x, you're going to go up this many times or whatever. Okay, so yes, we're flip-flopping words, but I just wanted you to understand that you may see it written or proposed to you as direct variation. All right, so can we write it, or can we figure out what the slope is given that x is 16 and y is 4? So for y, I'm going to plug in 4, and m is going to be m, and x is going to be 16. Okay, so like a while ago, we're multiplying this, but we've got to get m by itself because we want to solve for the slope. So by dividing by 16, I get rid of it. But the golden rule is what you do to the right side of the equal sign, you've got to do to the left. So 4 divided by 16. All right, now, you can have fraction slopes. Like those are super easy to follow, and we've done that before. So this obviously is an even over even. I can make that smaller. So I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to simplify. I'm going to divide them both by 4. They both can go into 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1, and 16 divided by 4 is 4. So 1/4 would be the direct variation of this equation, or the slope, 1/4, 1/4, a ratio, whatever. If you didn't understand the 4, you can certainly divide by 2. And if you divided by 2, you would just do another step. So I just did a shortcut. You would get 2/8. Well, that can get smaller. You can divide by 2 again, and you'll get 1/4. So it's whatever you're comfortable with. If you're comfortable with doing 2 and 2, that's fine. As long as you know if it's even over even, it can get smaller. All right, that's what we're going to do. All right, now, you'll also see a question similar to this. Is y equals 3x a direct variation? Yes, it is. It's written in y equals mx. So it would be yes. So just a little hint on your assignment today. Super easy, 10 questions. Everyone should make 100. And happy Friday!